Let's hear from Roger Bramble in just a few minutes, but because he every year gets a message from the Queen to the parade. So let's hear from Roger Bramble reading a letter from Her Majesty the Queen.
I grab this opportunity to wish all of you a prodigiously happy and healthy New Year. I have here a letter from Buckingham Palace, which reads thus. Please convey my warm thanks to all those involved in the annual New Year's Day parade for their thoughtful message. I was pleased to learn that this year the streets of London will once again host so many performers and spectators for this special annual celebration. I was glad to know that this year there will be more participants from overseas than ever before. I was touched by your kind message, and in return send my best wishes to you all for your participation in this most memorable and enjoyable event. I wish you all a very happy and peaceful New Year. It is dated the 1st of January and signed Elizabeth R.
Roger Bramble delivering the message from Her Majesty the Queen, and we see Roger now, and this is customary for the parade, leading it off as he makes his way through London's streets. He's joined by the Lord Mayor's landaus, following just behind, of course, as well, through this heart of Westminster. The Lord Mayor then welcoming us to the capital.
Well, Bob, that's right. One of my visits was in rather warmer climates than we're all experiencing here today, and I headed to California to visit Los Alamitos High School Marching Band to see how they were preparing for today's parade.
I'm sure it'll be a bit nerve-wracking to begin with. In a big city like this, of course, it's very different from what we're used to. Our local parade is about 2 blocks long for our local Christmas parade, so we're quite excited to be in front of this big audience. This year, the band is working 3 to 4 times a week, a few hours a day. They've put in several hours. They've come on the weekends, and we've added special rehearsals just for this parade, so we've worked very hard. We consider this a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Obviously to travel, to be together as a band, to soak up some culture while we're here, and to be in the middle of Westminster with all of the buildings and all the sights to see and all the history to learn. We're really looking forward to it.
Actually, that's the Los Alamitos band that we're looking forward to seeing later on. I saw them early this morning. They were kind enough to get out of their beds at crack of dawn, actually long before the crack of dawn, and come down and play in Parliament Square so that BBC Breakfast could broadcast them to the nation as a little tempter for you to come down and see the parade today. Oh, Liberty. Oh, there's Shrek again. A very good-looking Shrek. Yes, exactly. A really good-looking kids from Liberty, and then Shrek. I'm not saying that Shrek doesn't look good.
If you do wish to speak for the world, many are.
I would agree with you there, Karen. Anyway, we've got another marching band coming through, and they're going to tell us who they are.
Happy holidays from Los Alamitos!
I love a new band to the parade, and this another. The Marching Griffins from Los Alamitos, a close-knit community in Southern California, known for their brilliant schools, arts, athletics, not far from the beautiful beaches and Disneyland too, the perfect combination. Their students have been voted best student cheering section for other sporting events. They love their school pride, proud of their student achievement then. Placed 4th out of the students in the US Army All-American Marching Band in Texas.
And they're a good group. They've been working hard today. They were down for BBC Breakfast this morning in Parliament Square, but they're still going strong. bad, eh? For a first time, Los Alamitos, California, band director Tom Plunkett. My goodness, they're still going strong after such an early start this morning. What a good band they were. Now, as the Edmund Santa Fe band reform, of course, there is one special treat in store for those of you who have stayed with us on social media and on our live stream on lmydp.com. You are going to see a very special grand finale that we've put together really for all of the spectators, all those people who have come out onto the streets of London in this chilly but quite bright New Year's Day.
This is like the extra present you find under the tree you'd forgotten about.
If you bother to come out, this is what you get. But actually also some very lucky people who are watching this on YouTube or on our live stream. They are also going to get the treat of this rather wonderful grand finale where we're going to see with Santa Fe, Edmund Santa Fe that is, we're going to have Edmund North, we're going to have Los Alamitos join them, we're going to have Oak Grove, 4 of the finest bands you would ever have. And then after they've performed, there's going to be an extra special treat because we're going to get another burst of some dancers, cheer dancers. And then the cheer dancers and the band are all going to perform together. And all of this is under the direction of the rather wonderful Gary Locke, who, those of you who have stayed with us all afternoon, will have met as he spoke to us at the beginning and told us what he had been planning as a special treat for those who had stayed until the end of the afternoon.
Anyone that's queued for a Justin Bieber concert, you know, or gone to try and see One Direction, and you're all shuffling about in the queue trying to make your way. This is the ultimate in queue manoeuvring. They get the Santa Fe, Edmund Santa Fe High School Marching Band right at the back, equally spaced out, fit your instruments in, and then they bring everyone else in too. The ability to get all these bands in one tight arena and then to play your instruments too is a thing of beauty.
So here comes, well, we've got the Edmund Santa Fe there, we've got good old Nelson looking down, giving a beatific smile at everybody of appreciation of how good it's been this afternoon. And I can see the Los Alamitos band is now joining the assembly, and the Edmund North group is beginning to come in, and it won't be long before we see Oak Grove join as well. And there will be around about 400 young musicians and band front out there to perform the patriotic medley, which forms the first part of this super grand finale that Gary Locke has put together for us.
And when you've got marching bands coming from all over America into one place, how do they practice this?
Well, what happens with this particular thing is they get sent the music during their normal school term and they practice it when they have time as individual bands, and then they just get 1 hour together on the after they've arrived in London in a ballroom at one of the hotels. 1 hour, and they put the whole thing together, and well, we're about to see the result. I've got a hunch it's going to be pretty good.
60 minutes to get this magic together, to make it happen. What a fitting way, as the sun comes down over London then, to end this parade. It's not just about the music, the wonderful music we'll hear. They've choreographed a few moves in there too. Might see that if there's room.
Well, yeah. Well, let's just see, shall we? I mean, we know we're going to get some cheer dancers eventually, but let's just see how they have put this wonderful patriotic medley together, these 4 superb bands. 2 from Oklahoma, 1 from, and 2 from California. 2 Oklahoma, 2 California. There you go.
Just trying to see how many we've got in so far. Is that all the bands in?
I think all the bands are in.
To squeeze a few more in?
No, we got everybody in position, I think. Of course, they're marking time while everything is checked to make sure that everybody knows what they're doing. Everybody's in the right position. Gary Locke has mounted the podium there as the conductor, and I can see they're just about ready to begin.
No one wants to leave. The best seats in the house, crammed in. We've gone from the 5-10 deep. There's now, 30 deep, trying to edge every way closer to find the perfect viewpoint of this mass band and cheerleading dance finale.
And I think Gary Locke is now ready, and the cadence is stopped. Here we go. Pretty good, don't you think?
Edmond Santa Fe High School Marching Band, Los Alamitos High School Griffins, Oak Grove High School, Edmond North High School Husky Band, and Varsity All-American dancers just coming in now to sign us off. 60 minutes to put all of that together.
Pretty good, eh?
Not a beat out of time. And now they'll play too as we see Varsity All-American dancers come back into.
One more time, that mass band and cheerleading dance finale. That was the Edmonton Santa Fe High School Marching
Well, here they come now, the rest of the girls. I think there's 96 of the dancers coming in to give us one more go of Katy Perry's Roar in honour of Leo the Lion. And
Not you big pussycat.
They're spacing themselves out, ready to go. And then, even better, there's another treat in store at the very... Oh, here they go. It's Roar.
That was about as far away from a meow as you can get. Definite roar.
Wasn't that good? Wasn't that good? And there's more. There's more to come. See, out of there somewhere, the girls are all finding now a flag, which on one side is the Union flag. On the other side, it's the Stars and Stripes. Here we go.
Land of hope and glory.
Well, that was pretty good. That was really, really good.
Part of the parade tradition now with the Land of Hope and Glory, followed by the national anthems.
Well, this really is the end of LMYDP 2018. Well, there we are. What a fitting end to the whole event. What do you think, Caroline?
We've seen the marching bands, we've seen the cheerleaders that every year perform to that highest level. We've seen some fantastic London Borough entries. You'll be able to find out who's won that competition for their particular charity via our social media too. Most importantly, we've heard from people enjoying it around the world as well as here on the streets of London.
Yeah, it's really been a wonderful parade this year. I've thoroughly enjoyed it. Of course, it's helped by the weather an awful lot, but, you know, the weather doesn't really matter ever too much because everybody has a great time here in London on New Year's Day, regardless. Now, look, I'd really like to say a very, very big thank you to the very hard-working production team who put this thing together every year. I think they've done a fantastic job today. It's been really, really good. But also, I'd like to say a big thank you to our colleagues as well, Caroline, wouldn't you?
To Dan, to Sarah and to Joe, to you, Bob Bone, who gave birth to this event and has carried it so manfully throughout the past 32 years. It is an event every year that puts the smile on Londoners' faces, on the face of those that come for the fireworks and stay for the parade, because that's what it's all about, enjoying that party too. Bob, for you, we talk every year about how special this event can be, but this year seems to have topped the lot.
Yeah, I think so. It's certainly been the best I've ever been involved in, and thoroughly enjoyed it. And if I may say so, I've thoroughly enjoyed spending the afternoon with you, even though there have been a few riposts along the way that possibly I could do without, but never mind.
One day soon we shall have that giant inflatable of one Bob Bone. For now, though, we leave you with the sights and the sounds of London's New Year's Day parade.
Happy New Year.